Hey everyone, welcome to our Macrame Feather Keychain tutorial video. If you have received your craft kit, you should have some macrame cord and a keychain in it. This is what it looks like. This one is Danielle's. This one's mine. So Danielle and I are going to take turns on showing you how to make it and the different steps. So let's get started.
Okay, so some other things you might want to have with you before you start. Tape to just tape your key ring down to your table so it doesn't move around too much on you. Some good scissors and a little comb. First thing I'm going to show you is how to do all of the knot work. So you're going to fold your longer string in half, and you're going to make a loop on one end, and you're going to have these ends on the other. You're going to put the ends through the loop, and then you're just going to pull it tight. And then you're going to do the same thing with this one. So we're going to put the loop inside the key ring, and then the ends go through the loop, and then we just pull it tight. So right now you should have something like this. And then we're going to bring in some of our shorter pieces of macrame cord. And what you're going to do is you're going to fold them in half like this. And we're going to put our first piece underneath like this. And then we're going to fold our second piece like this. And it's going to go the opposite way. What you're going to do is you're going to take the ends on each side and you're going to put them through the loops like this. And you're just going to grab the ends and pull it tight. And then you want to scoot it up as far as you can. Then we're going to do the same thing again, but this time we're going to go in the opposite direction. So this time I'm going to put it under this way with the loop on my left side. I'm going to put my ends through the loops, pull tight, and scoot it up. And then you just keep repeating these steps, alternating each time you make a knot. At this point, you are done tying all of your knots, and Elizabeth is going to show you the next step.
Okay, so once you have all of your knots completely done, like Danielle just showed you, you are going to unravel every string on here. So what I've found is the easiest way is to look at the piece of cord and turn it the opposite way that the thread is going. And then just separate. Just like that. So you're gonna do this to the whole thing. Okay, that's probably the longest part of this craft. So it's gonna look a little crazy, but that's when you get a comb and you just start combing it out. And these kind of, these knots, they tend to slip a bit. So if you need to, you can push them back up and retighten them, especially during this part here when you're combing them out. Okay, once you have combed through any knots that you might have, now it is time to trim it. This part makes me very nervous. So you kind of just want to trim it in the shape of a feather. So we start here, kind of like in the center at the bottom, and we just curve up like this to try to make it into a feather. So let's see how this goes. When we were doing this, we kind of noticed that we had to do it kind of in stages. So we would cut a little bit, then we would comb it out, then we would cut some more, just until it got to where we liked the shape of it. So if you don't like it when you comb it out, trim a little bit more, it won't hurt. Okay, so once you have it to the shape that you want, just go around and cut off any stragglers. So any thread that you notice is kind of poking out that is longer than the rest, just trim those to make it nice and even. So now you have a nice Macrame Feather Keychain.
Okay, so now we are going to attempt to add some color to our Macrame Feather Keychain. And what I've done is we have just added some water to our small cup of paint, just a little bit, not too much. And you want to stir it up, make sure it's nice and thin. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to sort of paint it on to our feather.